doing?
Matthew McConaughey delivering the famous line from Dazed and Confused that he recently trademarked as a means, he says, to protect himself from unauthorized use of his image by artificial intelligence. Within just a couple of years of that 1993 movie, McConaughey had become one of Hollywood's favorite leading men, starring in hit movies like A Time to Kill, The Wedding Planner, and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. He later turned to heavier roles in True Detective, Interstellar, and Dallas Buyers Club, the film that earned him an Academy Award. His most recent movie, The Lost Bus, was nominated for an Oscar at this month's awards. I got together with Matthew in New York a few months back for a Sunday Sitdown.
We spend as much time as possible in New York. It's my favorite big city in the world.
Yeah.
It's always ready. My doggone metabolism speeds up when I'm here.
Yes.
And creatively, I'm fired, all turned up.
Yeah.
When I wrote Green Lights, I was out in the desert for the writing of it, but I came here to edit it.
Oh, wow.
And I always had this idea to go to New York. If you ever wrote a book and finish a book, I'm gonna finish it here.
Incredible. Yeah. There's energy coming out of the sidewalks.
Yeah.
The trademark Matthew McConaughey energy has been there right from the start.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
In a career that has ranged from romantic comedies.
You call my bluff?
You bet I am.
To Oscar-winning dramas.
Screw the FBA. I'm going to be DOA.
The 56-year-old returned to the movies last year after some time away, playing his first leading role in 6 years in the Apple TV drama The Lost Bus.
We're surrounded. Oh my God. There's nowhere to go.
Based on the true story of the 2018 Camp Fire, the largest wildfire in California history that devastated the town of Paradise.
There was a lot of heroes that day, people who didn't plan on being heroes that acted heroically.
McConaughey played one of those heroes, real-life school bus driver Kevin McKay, who, along with a teacher played by America Ferrera, navigated a bus full of terrified children through the inferno.
And you got a chance to talk to Kevin. What were those conversations like with him?
I sat with him and he retold me the day and how he made the decision to go get those kids. In this story, this was, if you want to get through hell, sometimes you got to drive right down the throat of the dragon, not wait on it, not be passive at all.
The movie was a family affair for McConaughey, whose own 17-year-old son, Levi, played Kevin's son, Sean.
I'm off this Saturday. You and I could do something this weekend.
I'm good. I don't feel well.
As far as nepotism goes for me, I always say, you know, don't you ever feel entitled? When he read for this role, I sent it to the casting director. She said, I think it's good enough to send to the director. And I went, pull his last name. And the director saw it and said, that's the kid. So he got it on his own merit. I tried to do my best, teach and coach him. I probably overcoached him a couple times.
Oh yeah, we do that as dads.
I'm probably,
sure.
I'm put him in the scene or two where I'm like, I think I gave him too much to think about. Damn it. Shh.
And your mom is in it too.
Yeah.
As your mom, she was great.
93.
Wow.
She can find energy, especially if she gonna be in front of the camera. To have my mom here and my son here and be in the middle as a bridge with those generations, doing something that became a career for me. That in 1992, I didn't know if it was gonna be a weekend hobby. It turned out to be a career. Very cool.
That career began with a run of romantic comedies alongside big-name co-stars that cemented him as a box office draw and, yes, an international heartthrob.
I know that night in the park was the best time I've ever had.
Later seeking a new direction for his career, McConaughey took an intentional Hollywood hiatus.
I was the king of rom-coms. I liked doing them. But something was keeping me up at night going, I wish my work could be as vital as my life feels right now. So it was an unbranding phase before I rebranded.
Repeat, do not open the hatch. If you open the hatch, the airlock will depressurize.
In recent years, McConaughey has added best-selling author to his resume. His 2020 memoir, Green Lights, became a sensation, spending nearly 2 years on the bestseller list. And last fall's Poems and Prayers landed there as well.
I wrote this book because belief was getting in short supply for me. I was starting to look down my nose and get a little cynical, starting to go, maybe this is just how it is. And I said, no, I'm not ready to wave the white flag and let doubt win in me. And I noticed that a lot of people are saying the same thing. We need belief, whether that's in God, whether that's in your kids, your future, your better self, whatever that is. We need more of it. We need to double down on it.
We've got political leaders telling us the other side is the enemy. We've got social media algorithms reinforcing our beliefs, all of that. How do you punch through that?
The idea of America is about the continual pursuit to never say, it's just how it is. I think it's going to be a punk rock rebellion and not a kumbaya, namaste, let's be peaceful and see what happens. I think it's going to take some rage on the part of believers, whether, again, God or self or better self or each other, take grabbing the mic back.
I feel like you are a great voice for that.
And I want to say, so I don't come across as being preachy, this is to myself. I'm trying to call myself out, too. It is a process. All of us are working. And we need to keep working. It's going to take some sweat equity.
All this raises the question. You've been asked about running for governor. You said, no, I've got kids.
Yeah.
I want to be there. Do you see some other role for you down the road?
Right now, I think this is the best lane, but I'm open to where my voice and understanding can be most useful, where and what I can learn. Maybe I'll find an avenue I don't even know yet. Maybe, leadership down the road in another category, maybe in political category. I think we've got a call to action in front of us. I know we can do it. We've got to not concede to go, it's just the way it is, and not let ourselves off the hook either. We got to counsel ourselves and administer ourselves, referee ourselves in kind. And that, if we do it well, pays us back as well as the most amount of people. That's the sweet spot.
He's a wise man. Matthew's bestseller, Poems and Prayers, is available wherever you get your books. Our thanks to Gabrielle Kreuter Restaurant in New York for hosting our conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full extended interview with Matthew McConaughey. You can find our conversation wherever you get your podcasts, or just scan the QR code right there on the screen.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.